UFC 319 is just wrapped up. Here is your full Mount MMA recap. Della Maddalena was not impressed with Daniel Cormier's commentary tonight. He posted this to his Instagram story. He wrote, "Every Sunday it takes me 25 minutes to order pay-per-view on KO Sports. You suck, KO." He followed up saying the only way KO can redeem themselves, DC mute button. To kick off the main card tonight, Tim Elliott defeated Kai Asakura via guillotine choke in the second round. Dustin Poirier reacted saying, "Don't be silly." During the fight, Ben Askren said, "Sometimes I'm thinking, what is Tim Elliott even doing now?" After the fight, he wrote, "Wow." Then he totally redeems himself. Henry Cejudo says Tim Elliott is back. Terrence McKinney says, "Underdogs are eating great. Way to grind out that win for Elliott." James Vick says, "Congrats, Tim Elliott." Cody Durden wants to fight him next. He said, "Great job, Tim Elliott. You dirty dog. Let's fight next." Ariel Helwani said, "Holy shit, Tim Elliott. One time for the old guys. That was amazing." Michael Chiesa reacted saying Tim Elliott holding it down for the 35 and older club. And Dustin Jacoby wrote that is a huge win for Tim Elliott. So sick.
It feels amazing. 650 some days since my last fight, and man, it was a nightmare. Not being able to fight for that long is you know, those are sad days in front of me. So being able to be here today, doing what I love, is I couldn't be happier. Well, win, lose, or draw, I love this, man, and I'm just lucky enough to get the victory tonight. You know, I would love to say like it was my daughter or it was family or money, but it really is. It's just my love for fighting. Like obviously, 600 days without a paycheck was tough. I think I had $800 in my bank account when I got here, which barely covers my coach's food and stuff while we're here. So not only did I need the money, I needed this for myself because this is what I love to do, and I would do it for free. I would, if it wasn't the UFC, I would be doing it in the gym. But again, I'm lucky enough to where I can make a living doing this, and I can thank the UFC for that. The game plan was to settle him in the first, get a takedown, and then the game plan was to submit him in the second, especially after the first takedown, he took a big breath and flat backed in between rounds. My coach just kind of let me know, like, hey, we're going to settle this guy and we're going to finish this fight. Yeah, man, Kai does a good job if guys are going at him and fighting him, and he does a good job at getting guys to come at him. And, you know, he did that a little bit with me. And then when I got aggressive, he made me pay for it. So I just have to do my thing, and my thing's not pretty. It's not technical, but it's effective. It works. And, you know, there's a million guys I can bring in that can mimic Kai Asakura, but there's not one guy on the planet he can bring in to mimic Tim Elliott. And so, especially being in Japan, I think that would be hard for him. So, again, I had good training partners, I had good coaches, I had a good camp, and then I got a good life. I got a great job. I'm stoked. I'm ready to go again. I can't wait to get back in it. I don't want to take any time off because I'm not injured. I have one more fight left on my contract, so hopefully I can renegotiate and get 4 more in me.
Michael Venom Page defeated Jared Cannonier via unanimous decision. Derek Brunson thinks MVP should fight Israel Adesanya next. He said first one to shoot a takedown loses. BJ Penn says MVP is some kind of puzzle. Anthony Pettis says MVP is raw. Wish I fought him. He followed up saying me and MVP at 170. Hashtag dream fight. And Bilal Muhammad reacted saying this is the MVP we've been waiting for.
You know what, I felt really, really good in the first couple rounds. There's a few things that I could have tweaked because I reckon I always feel like this, but I definitely could have finished him. You know, I got the shots to, you know, put him down a little temporarily, but there was a shot there or a couple of shots there that I could have actually taken him out of the game. And then obviously made a little mistake in the third round, but I kind of knew I just had to, he was so heavy on top. I kind of knew I just had to make sure, you know, there's not too much damage, get back up or just ride that round out because I knew I actually won. To be fair, up against the fence, as you can see, he couldn't take me down. Like I felt really, really good there and felt really strong. And even when he took me down temporarily, I managed to get back up, felt really strong in that department there as well. But once he got on top of me, his hips, man, like that just, man, I tried to even just get my guard back and I just felt the weight of him in that area. So a few more things I need to tweak, but other than that, I felt good. He's a really game fighter. Brazil, man, I've never been to Brazil and I've got so many fans over there as well. I'm sure they'll be supporting him, but I know I've got fans over there from since my first fight, and you know, I still haven't made time to go over there, so this would be a perfect reason to be in Brazil, you know. So why not? I just want to take as many scalps as possible. I just want to keep taking. I don't care what division it is. I just want to keep taking them. I want to keep bettering myself and being even more dominant in there, and then get a belt. The main thing is feeling so relaxed, coming out there, starting to really feel like myself again. So yeah, that's for me was the main thing. There was no pressure today, and there really was before. So for me, that was the goal. Now it's a case of being that guy and just being a little bit better in there, getting those kind of knockouts that I'm known for. And that's it, I'm almost there.
Carlos Prates defeated Geoff Neal via knockout in the first round. After the fight, Dana White revealed Prates will receive a performance bonus and said that he will be fighting at UFC Rio. Prates called out Leon Edwards to be the opponent.
Amazing, feel amazing, you know, the nightmare is back. A lot of people say, he cannot go back, you know, young Gary took his area and he don't want to be a champ because he smoke, he party, he drink whiskey. I'm gonna prove everybody I can become a champion, still living my best life, still partying, still smoking, because I'm the baddest motherfucker in this game.
Max Holloway says 1 sec, spinning. Henry Cejudo thinks Prates should fight Joaquin Buckley next. Renato Moicano thinks it should be Prates versus Gilbert Burns. Mike Perry reacted saying fighting nerds and forget. Michael Chiesa thought it was KO of the year. He said get this man a cigarette stat. Terrence McKinney says no way, that's a nasty elbow. I hope he's okay. Jared Gordon says I just started smoking cigs a minute ago. And Alan Joban says Prates looked on tonight. Here was Caio Bahaio's live reaction in the crowd.
Feeling amazing, you know, our hard work paying off. I work a lot for being here today. After my last fight, a lot of people say the nightmare is done because he just party and drinking and blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna prove everybody I can become a champ, I can become the best in the world. And also it's still my best life. I don't want to say like motivation because I was really motivated to get the win, you know. I have been all my life listening people's like since when I was kid, I don't wanna be or any place, I don't wanna be anything, or I'm gonna be on the crime and things like that. Especially because I come from a really dangerous area in my city, you know. But you know, I'm here to I doing that for me, you know, for myself, you know, just to prove like to feel good, you know, and show everybody like I can become somebody, you know, I can become the guy.
For the co-main event, Lerone Murphy defeated Aaron Pico via knockout in the first round. This was the second spinning elbow KO in a row, which is the first time that's ever happened in the UFC. Murphy also received a performance bonus along with Carlos Prates. Alexander Volkanovski reacted saying, "See you in December, Lerone Murphy. Congrats." Max Holloway posted the another one gif. He wrote spinning. Michael Johnson says, "Wow, 2 of them." Jared Gordon says, "Geez." Josh Emmett posted the eyes emoji. Paulo Costa says he's glad he bet on Murphy. Adrian Yanez reacted saying, "Oh my goodness, that was clean." Derek Brunson reacted saying, "Wow, UFC is the standard. The curse continues. Wow." Ariel Helwani thinks it should be Volk versus Murphy next. He followed up saying the 3 biggest names to come over to the UFC from Bellator/PFL this year have all lost their debuts. Michael Chiesa says give that man a title fight, and the UFC reposted it. Tim Welch thought Pico was looking good up until the knockout. Bilal Muhammad said he copied Prates' homework. Before the fight, Anthony Pettis said Aaron Pico will break the Bellator curse. Afterwards, he says UFC greater than any organization in the world. Paul Felder says Lerone Murphy, wow, 17-0, title next. The UFC also reposted that. And Dan Hardy wrote that was an incredible knockout. Congratulations, Lerone Murphy.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just happy to get a knockout. I've been working hard and I took this fight on 3 weeks' notice. It's a big risk, big risk. But I got the reward out of it, so I'm happy. Well, that was it. I just had to believe in my own skill set and believe that I was good enough to do it, and I went out there and done it. But don't get me wrong, he was very, very tough, and I needed something big like that to get him out of there. Yeah, for sure. I knew he was going to come hard first round, and but I didn't expect him to be that good. He was very sharp. Yeah, that's it. Just the experience. Like you said, I've been in there with the best of the best, and I know that first rounds can be hard. So it's just like having that mental toughness to get through that and do your own stuff. Oh, it sounds great. I've got some work to do. December sounds good to me. It gives me time to improve and get better and fight the champ. And that was a crazy knockout. People want to see that in it. People don't want to just see decisions, and I get it. So yeah, it's my time.
The Market can be a brutal opponent. That's why we've partnered with Market Cipher, the #1 indicator for stocks, cryptos, commodities, forex, and more. Trading is one of the toughest businesses out there, but Market Cipher is here to help. With a proven 5-step basic strategy, Market Cipher makes trading simple. Year after year, they have proven they're the real deal, with endless amounts of actual testimonials and success stories. Even Mike Perry is now trading like a pro.
That's why I use Market Cipher. It's like having a coach in my corner, guiding me every step of the way. Even if you're a beginner, Market Cipher gives you the tools to become a champion. It's all about reading the market and knowing when to strike. Market Cipher gives me the confidence to make the right moves at the right time.
Getting started is easy. Create a free account on TradingView.com, then purchase Market Cipher at MarketCipherTrading.com. You can now get 30% off by using code MMA. Link your TradingView username to your Market Cipher account page and boom, you are ready to join the movement. MarketCipherTrading.com, empowering traders for over half a decade. Kickstart your trading journey today. And for the main event, Khamzat Chimaev defeated Dricus Du Plessis via unanimous decision. Sean Strickland reacted saying, "I'm probably the only one in the UFC that can out-grapple that little for 5 rounds. Well, looks like I gotta stack some W's to fight that little b." This user replied, "You're retarded if you believe that." Sean said, "You understand that I've done it on many occasions. On every occasion." Mayhem Miller replied saying, "Good matchup." Sean said, "Yeah, man, I promise you I out-grapple him in 5 rounds any day of the week." This user replied, "So why didn't you grapple with DDP like Khamzat did?" Sean said, "I probably should have. I'm probably the best grappler in the UFC. I just like to box. I even smoked RDR in grappling when he came to the gym." This user replied, "Please save the division from that clown. We need you back, Strickland." Sean said, "Yeah, man, it pains me to see that champ." This user replied, "Do it, Sean, let's go." Sean said, "I'm telling you, man, when he was in the gym, I would out-wrestle him. He would have a solid 4 minutes of dry humping my legs and then utterly break." Kamaru Usman reacted saying, "I hate to say it, but," with 2 shrugging emojis. Caio Bahayo says, "I have the answer." Bilal Muhammad reacted saying, "Shout out to Dricus. You showed a lot of heart and you never gave up. Just kidding, you sucked. That was 5-10-8s. He followed up saying, "Told you it would be easy." Conor McGregor said Chechnya's first UFC champion. Congrats. Bo Nickel says, "I really gotta lock in." Michael Bisping reacted saying, "Wow, total domination." Jack Hermanson reacted saying, "Could De Ritter be the most exciting matchup against Chimaev after this? You need jiu-jitsu if you are supposed to have any chance against Khamzat." Chris Cyborg thought it was a hard watch for 25 minutes. Ariel Helwani says fight concludes. Chimaev 5-0, total dominance. I do have to give credit to Dricus, never quit, and had a couple moments of hope in the 5th. The Chimaev era has officially begun. Dominic Cruz says Chimaev beat DDP with the same pace, style, and pressure as always. Eamon Zahabi wrote, "What an incredible performance by Chimaev. He will be one of the most dominant champions ever." Paulo Costa says no one wants to watch this people booing in the arena and at the bar. He followed up saying, "Besides this I'm glad because I'm coming, Gourmet Chen Chen." Derek Brunson says old school UFC Joe Silva would have cut Chimaev after this fight. Joe hated wrestling. And Henry Cejudo reacted saying Dricus showed heart, but Khamzat Chimaev is on another level right now. He may very well be champion for years to come.
That guy is strong, couldn't finish that, boy. Sorry, guys. Happy always. Get my money. Then send my money, brother. I'm waiting for that war and that belt. Well, belt is important for my country.
Deixa estar na rua, cara. Já foi ela. Essa dúvida que eu do meio da área. Em galera acha ela, se você está aí, galera, não dá ganho do tipo ali. Até a rua de Luma ganha, só não quer tirar. I think got that alone. Hopefully, maybe that. Yeah, well.
I get like 2 more.
Right, she had a whole deal to all that second. Probably my me got to go my deal.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Shepard Mods. It says, Bobby Green should never apologize for pulling out. He is the only guy to be active after getting knocked out. He deserves millions. He has truly sacrificed himself for us fans. The second one's from Drooby Dooby Doo. It says, Bilal saying there's something about Dricus' face that he doesn't like is a bold statement. And the final one says, UFC scales are super dodgy. They stripped Du Bronx for a Phantom 1 pound, but passed an overweight Khabib for the Gaethje fight. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.